coming from our perspective areas from Virginia Beach, and I heard on the introductories we got a few people from Utah calling in. Sound like I got my neighbor calling in as well. So we are so excited to go through some of these things this morning. If you are listening to this for the very first time, this is your first introduction to the M Network. Congratulations. Somebody thought enough of you to invite you on this call, to have you here, to be able to listen to a little bit about what we're doing, a lot of excitement. Today we're actually going to spend a lot of time talking about your business, your future, and where we're going here with the M Network. And so we're so excited, and it's always so fun to listen to the introductions as everybody's dialing in and hearing people's voices and names from all over the North America calling in to be able to hear a little bit more. But this M family is absolutely growing. It's so fun to see the excitement and energy, from all over. It was about 10:30 last night. My mom called and she's like, "I was just calling to make sure you exist. I haven't heard from you in a couple weeks," and which is sad. I shouldn't admit that live, but it's so much excitement. The phone just does not stop ringing. The M Network is growing. It's exciting to be able to see the incredible people that's coming to this business. And so this call this morning is all about you. And you're probably saying, who? And I'm talking about you personally. And what we want to do is we want to lay out all of the incredible things that we have in store. We rolled this out at our open house event. We've got some things that we're going to introduce you to this morning. The document that we're going to share with you this morning is going to be available in your back office later today, and we're going to give you guys a challenge at the end of this. But the question that I'd like to ask each and every one of you before we start this call today and start going through the slides, and if you're dialed in, which is awesome, this is being recorded, both the conference call as well as the webinar, so this recording will be available on all of the Facebook groups as well here shortly after. But one of the things that I would like to ask you is, where are you currently at in life? What is it that you are currently looking for? Because I know that there's so many other things on a Saturday morning that you could be out doing, but you're here with us on this call listening to what the M Network has to offer you. And I want to encourage you not to just listen to what the M Network has to offer you, but I want you to please take advantage of what the M Network has to offer you. The M Network puts these things in place for you to enhance your lifestyle, to enhance your life, to help you and those people that you love and care about in your life. They're not just here to help just a certain amount of people. The things that we're going to go through this morning is life-changing. And I say life-changing because if you took advantage of what the M Network had to offer you, you can literally change your life in the next 30 to 90 days. And the beautiful thing about it is that it's not just your life, because if you take action and you take advantage of everything that we're offering you and talking about this morning for the next 30, 60, 90 days, it's not just your life that you're going to impact, but the lives of other people that you're going to impact. And I had the privilege of just the other night doing a conference call where somebody had sampled somebody and they got excited and got into business, and they'd sampled somebody and they got excited and they got into business, and they'd sampled somebody, and these products had literally changed somebody's life, all because somebody got excited and shared a product this morning. And so I would just strongly encourage you not to just listen to what the M Network has to offer you, but to take advantage of it, because you never know. Obviously your life is going to be impacted, but you never know the life in the end that you're going to impact with either these products or with this opportunity, or just giving somebody the hope of a better life. And that's what we really offer here at the M Network. And so I'm gonna go through some things just really quickly. At the open house event, we introduced 2 brand new ranks. And what that is that we have the M3 Noble. So in our ranks, you got member. When you enroll, you're a member, and then you hit M1, which is 480 in personal team volume, M2, which is 2,000, M3, which is 5,000, and then when we originally launched, it was M3 and then all the way to M4, which was 50,000 in volume. And so there was quite a big jump there. There wasn't any stair step to really go from 5 to 10 to 25 to 50. It was 5 to 50. And a lot of you guys spoke up and you said, hey, is there any way the company could do something to make this better? And so we did. We listened to you guys because this is truly the members network. And so we introduced M3 Noble, which is do something. And it's like showing up at a party without a party gift, right? So we introduced the M3 Noble 10K. Anybody that rank advances to M3 Noble, we already paid out this bonus is going to be paying this bonus out on Monday. A lot of you guys, I'm so excited to see some of your guys' faces and reactions with your checks on Monday. You guys are doing this. This is exciting. But we're paying this out. But this is going to be a March, April, May, June with the final bonus paying out in July. So you have between now and June to rank advance to M3 Noble to take advantage of this bonus. And then we're going to see where it goes. We'll see if we want to continue this or not. So it's $250. M3 Royal, which is 25,000 in volume, you get a $500 bonus. So that's for M3 Royal. Now remember, these bonuses are on top of all of your other commissions. This is a bonus and a thank you for hitting this rank. And then obviously M4, which is 50,000 in volume, you get a $5,000 bonus. And we actually are paying out a couple of these on Monday, which is so exciting to be able to do that. I love that. I love being able to see that. So obviously, in the introduction, I said that we had the wonderful and amazing Dennis and Sue Ligon on the call with us, and they're going to take over this next part. But before we do that, I just want to publicly thank these two individuals. They worked so tirelessly. I think the last communication we had last night was I think it was probably a little past 12:30 their time, and then again it started first thing this morning. At 7 o'clock their time. They worked tirelessly day in and day out for the entire M network and their passion and their belief. And I just publicly want to thank them for all that they're doing for the family and putting their heart and soul into this, because I know that M Network works better because of people like Dennis and Sue Ligon. So, Dennis, I believe you're taking over this first part, so turn it over to you, my friend.
Thank you very much, Ryan, and I appreciate the opportunity to share with everybody here. Ryan asked me to share this next bonus, and it's called 3andMe, and he had Sue share about something else, and I thought Sue's topic was a little better than mine, so I pouted most of the night. But when I found out how this 3andMe worked, it blows me away. So I want to tell everybody, in case anybody's confused like I used to be, is when a company like M Network, you have a commission or a pay plan, but then anytime you hear the word bonus, that's something on top of the pay plan. So the pay plan can help you be financially free and have time freedom and financial freedom, but the bonuses on top of that is just like an extra, carrot cake on top of your meal. All right, so let me tell you how this 3andMe bonus works. Now, I just now understood it this morning. But when you get started in this business, and this helps create a culture, because we know we're going to have plenty of customers. We've already discovered that in the tanning world, and other retail establishments that are getting in this business are finding that a lot of people just want to go online and order boxes of product. So imagine you get started in the business, and you're on a 60 PV, so you're on an auto ship of 2 boxes. And please, one thing that has exploded the paychecks of Sue and myself and others is we took the time to look when people got started, and we realized the first month we did not do a very good job of getting people started on Blue Box. We simply said, get in. Oh, we'll worry about that later. Well, later doesn't come around, and you notice that 50% of your people aren't even on Blue Box, so they're running out of product. So now we take the time to do that, and I'm glad to say that I think we're almost 100% of our downline that we've enrolled and the people they've enrolled are on Blue Box, which will make a huge difference in your paycheck as well, plus keep your people healthy. So make sure everybody's on so you're on a 60 PV, right? So you started the right way. You got 2 boxes of product coming in that you're drinking or sampling. Pretty much I can drink a box a day, but you got that coming in. Now, over time, whether immediately or the next week, whatever, you introduce it to a few customers, or you yourself, you bump up your order, because let's face it, for Sue and I, we're definitely both drinking the product a lot, so we will run through way more than 2 boxes. So when you're up to 6 boxes, that's 180 PV, whether your family's consuming all 6, or whether you're consuming 2 or 3 and sampling the other 3, or whether you have a few customers but think of it, you're now on 180 PV. Now, the first 3 people you enroll in this business, or any 3, you're trying to teach them the same culture. Get them on Blue Box first, is most important, then help them build that to 180 PV. So that means there is a total of 6 boxes going through their spot, and that's it. And they could be drinking them all, sharing them, or selling them, whichever. Once you have 3 people that you've personally enrolled that are on a 180 PV, what M is going to do is send you out a check that month for $75, okay? Now, when you help those 3 get their 3, so now you got 9 at that next level, and all of those folks are at 180 PV, you're going to earn another bonus of $300. And then we take it down one last level, and we help all of those 9 people, help them get their 3, and they're getting them on their own, but we're helping them through 3-way calls or advice or follow-up, and then helping them get up to 180 PV. When you have that entire row, or a total of 27 people on that level, on the 180, PV, you now earn a bonus of $1,500. Now, when you're looking at that, I know some of you are saying, well, dang, Dennis, that's going to take a lot of work. Well, it may. But just like John Dennis took a 6-month trip that was supposed to take 6 months to earn and earned it in 24 hours, it's your mindset. What are you willing to do? But here is why I feel like this is the most incredible bonus I've ever seen any company offer. And when Ryan told me this morning, I made him say it a couple of times because I couldn't believe it. If you do this, and whether it takes you a month or 2 months or a week, or however long it takes you, that $75 bonus, start there. You got 3 people in your team. They might be family, close friends. They're on the 180, basically PV is what's going through their box, their spot. Every month that happens, you don't get that $75 bonus for hitting it one time. You get that every month. Think about that. Every month, that's an extra $75 coming. Now, that could pay a bill. That could pay your credit card debt, whatever. That's coming in addition to everything else we have. Now, when you do it to the second level, guess what? You got a $300 bonus coming in every month. And finally, if you take the time to get everybody in your culture started the right way, and I promise you, you do this, you will explode the rank advancement. You'll explode what Sue's getting ready to talk about. You'll blow everything away. If you just concentrate on this one thing, imagine if you had 27 people on a 180 PV, is what they're averaging with their customers and with their personal orders, you would be earning $1,500 extra bonus a month. Now, think about this for a second. You might want to write this down. That is $18,000 a year. And to put that in perspective, what blew me out of my chair today is I never knew that existed like this. But now that I know, this is a bonus I knew nothing about. They could take it away tomorrow. I'd still be building this business as fast as I can. But please do not take it away tomorrow, Ryan. But if having this bonus at $18,000 a month, what blew me away is this, and how life has changed for me. When I took my first teaching job that I didn't take, but when I got offered my first teaching job at I think it was North Davidson High School in North Carolina, I was offered, after 4 years of college at Gardner-Webb, $17,200 a year. 4 years of college to enter a full-time position and a great position, a teacher, $17,200 a year was what I was offered. And right now, this 3andMe bonus will pay me $18,000 a year just for hitting that one bonus there. So I promise you, if you put all your focus on hitting this bonus and hitting it at all those levels, everything else we're talking about, all the rank advancements for your team, Cabo trip, I promise you, you won't get yourself to Cabo. You'll get 100 teammates to Cabo with you if you just concentrate on this one bonus alone. I apologize that I did not realize how fantastic this thing was until this morning, or I'd been touting it all last week. But it is amazing. So that's all I got to say. I'm going to turn it over back to Ryan and Sue. But just know, for 3andMe, if you really grasp this and put your teeth into this thing, it'll literally change your life. So thank you very much, Ryan, for letting me share, and I'll turn it back over to you and Sue.
Thank you, Dennis. I really appreciate it. And you're absolutely right. Just this one bonus is significant enough that, it could change most people's annual income, just this one bonus. And again, this is in addition to everything else. And I love how you said that, that bonus this is in addition to, because it's absolutely true. So, Sue, Dennis said that he was a little bit envious of Sue because she gets the opportunity to take to share with our Cabo trip. And Sue is she's the life of the party, so she gets to explain the party because we're going to paint the beaches blue come October. So, Sue, take it away, my friend.
Awesome. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you for letting me share about Cabo because, as many of you know, I love to travel. I love to go to exotic places, beautiful places, be surrounded by, beautiful scenery and different culture. And what could be better than that is to have it all expense paid. So each and every one of you on the call here and on the webinar, you have the opportunity to earn this all expense paid luxurious trip that Em is planning that I cannot wait to go on. So how do we get it and what do we get for doing this? Well, it's very simple, and as Dennis just explained, we have people that are earning this trip already, people that are already on their way to getting their airfare paid for, their room paid for, all of that. So the first step is to get a travel bag for 150 points. You're going to get this nice, it's not just a little carry-on bag. This thing has rollers. It's a designer bag that Ryan has picked out that is beautiful. And you're getting that for just 150 points. You get a shared room for 1,000 points, the shared room and the $500 travel voucher for $1,500, the room for two and 500 travel voucher for 2,500 points. And then as you see, 3,000 points is going to get you room for two plus $1,000 for travel expense. And this is really seven levels because there's all 5 of those that you see there. And then the top 10 earners are going to get a free excursion. And then the number 1 point earner will get the upgraded suite. All right, so how do we earn these points? Now, this contest started, like Dennis said, it's a 6-month period that we're working with, and we already have people that are earning it and well on their way, and here we're on day 8. So pretty extraordinary how they have this set up. But by simply enrolling someone on the Elite Pack, which is the $4.99, you're going to get 30 points, the Master Pack 15 points, and the Apprentice Pack for 5 points. And that's the basis. When you are working on getting people enrolled in this business and sharing the vision that you have, you're going to be getting the 3andMe bonus. You're going to get your regular matrix, all of that, and on top of it, you can be earning this free trip. So enrolling people is key to this, and that's going to give you the most points, as far as enrollment part. Now, ranking up, this is huge because it's not only your efforts that you put in for yourself, for your own business, but your entire team. So these points here that you see and those that aren't on the webinar, M1 is getting you 50 points, ranking up to M2, 200, M3, 500, M3 Noble, 750, Royal is 1,000, M4, 1,500, M5, 2,500, M6, 6,000 points. So tons of points there. But like I said, you're not just earning it on yourself. If you have anyone that you've personally enrolled and they rank up, you're going to get half of the points for them. So if you've ranked up to an M3 and you're at 500 and you help someone, a personally enrolled person has hit M2 or M1, you're going to be getting 25 points for the M1 and 100 points for the M2 person. So keep that in mind. Key to this is teamwork and helping those reach their goals as well, and it's absolutely going to push you up to higher levels as well. The retail points that you see there, you're going to get 2 points for every 30 retail volume that you sell. So when you sign up a customer and they get on 1 pack of product, you get 2 points. 2 pack of product, you're going to get 4 points. I know Uncle Pat, he had I think a customer enroll just as a customer and ordered like $240 worth of product. So, you divide that out and you're absolutely getting some points for that. For you being on Blue Box, and Dennis talked about this, if you're on the 180 PV, which we all should be, either on it ourselves or have enough customers to make up for that, you're going to get 15 points. And 2 boxes would be the 2 points, and 1 box, 5 points. Now, like we said, this talks about customers as well. So your personal volume that you have going through your personal site there is going to add up points. So when you take this down, you break it down pretty easy to do, and your mission is, I'm signing up 3 people this month on the Elite Pack. I'm getting 2 customers, absolutely. Each and every week I'm sharing this with people, and they have the opportunity to be a customer or to be a member. And so through your sorting process, you're going to come across people that are just going to be customers, and that's totally fine. But all of that counts towards your goals. Your 3andMe counts towards your ranking up, and it absolutely counts towards this Cabo trip. So I'm happy to be able to explain this contest and this reward system, and I want to see so many people on this trip on the beaches of Cabo. Like Ryan said, we're painting it blue with all of our teammates here. Next slide up here, we see you're earning your travel bag is your first step. I know Uncle Pat's earned his. A lot of other people have earned their travel bag and working their way up. Put that $500 in your pocket. Earn that trip. Absolutely every single person on this call can do it, and it's just getting out there and exposing it and sharing a stick a day, 2 sticks a day, making some calls, and doing the work necessary. And I'll turn it right back over to you, Ryan.
Awesome. Thank you, Sue. You're so amazing. Yeah, we're excited. And travel is something that I think a lot of people would like to do more of, or some people would like to just do at all. I know when I was a little kid before, my mom got introduced to this industry, our idea of vacationing was mom and dad would throw us in the back of a camper, and we'd go down some rough dirt road for about 20 minutes to the lake and go fishing for the afternoon. That was our idea of a vacation. And here's an opportunity to, whether you travel a lot or you don't travel at all, here's an opportunity for you to come together as a community of like-minded individuals, go to an exotic, fun place, spend some time, make some memories, and do that. And so I would encourage every one of you listening to this call, if you haven't already done so, go get your passport. Just already start out with this promotion with the intention that you're going with us in October to Cabo San Lucas. You're going to earn the bag. You're going to earn the trip. The only question is, in your mind, should not be if you're going or not. The only question should be, how many people are you taking with you? And that should be the only question that you have, and I love that. So speaking of
Ryan,
that, yes,
Ryan,
please.
Before you move on, I had one question for you. I know we had talked about it, and I think it's still in place, but for any new person that gets started in this, are they getting extra points maybe?
Yes, I'm glad you said that, and I'm so sorry. I should have created a slide for that. But if you notice in the slide that we have on right now, it says the next 14 days, go do all of this. I'm going to go back a slide. Everybody who enrolls has 14 days from the time that they enroll to get triple points for every time they enroll somebody. So instead, if they bring somebody on an Elite Pack, instead of 30 points, they're getting 90 points. And every time they bring in somebody on a Master or a Confidence Pack, instead of 15 points, they're getting 45 points. So there's an opportunity there to really kind of jump up with that. So I'm glad you brought that up. So yeah, every time a new member enrolls, they've got 14 days to triple the enrollment points that they're bringing people in with. So thanks for bringing that up, Sue. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, we talk a lot about here at the M Network about building legacies. And that's really what I believe that this company is a legacy company. I believe that this is something that's not going to be here, just for the next few years, and we'll have a little bit of fun and see what we can do, and then we'll figure out our next plan after this. Every day I wake up and I know that a lot of people, I know Dennis and Sue, we're talking about the next 20, 30, 40 years, and the things that we're putting in place now is what's going to take this company to a legacy company. And when you think of legacy, you probably think to yourself, building something, and for those of you who know me personally and know a lot about me, I recently lost my grandmother, and the home that we just cleaned out, her home, was a home that they had built and she'd spent 70 plus years of her life in building and raising a family and creating a legacy. And so I think of a home. When I think of a legacy, I think of a home because I want to be part of a legacy with the people that I love, my family, my friends, people that are mentors and people that I just absolutely respect, and I build a home. And the thing I love about the M Network is that we don't determine what your success is. We're never going to tell you that your success is a Ferrari and a mansion on the hill, but we do want to create a vehicle and a path in which you can build a legacy. And so we've put some stuff together, and our incredible Will Pig, I hope he's listening in on this call. I know he's with his family today. He was driving down the road as we were starting this, and his daughter was texting. So, Olivia, if you're listening, I appreciate you. But I think of a home. And so Will went to work, and he started putting some stuff together, and this is a true success path for the next 90 days. This document is going to be available in your back office. We're going to go through this document with you right now. The challenge is, I said we were going to throw out a challenge at the beginning of this call. The challenge is that each and every one of you, before you lay your head down tonight, and I know we've got some people listening in Australia, so this still goes for you. Before you lay your head down tonight, I want you to print this document out. You can print out multiple copies would be ideal, but print this copy out, and I want you to hang it somewhere in your home that you're going to see it every day. If you are somebody that goes to the fridge a lot, put it on the fridge. If you're somebody that frequents the restroom a lot, hang it on your bathroom mirror. Hang it somewhere in your home so that every day you're looking at this, and this is a constant reminder of the legacy that we're all building together. And so I introduce to you the M Mansion. And so the M Mansion, for those of you that are watching, we're going to fill this up, but for those of you who are listening in, is a 90-day success plan for each and every one of you. And we're going to show you how you can put $500, how you can put $600, how you can put $2,000, how you can put $5,000 in your pocket either monthly or over the next 90 days, and you can make a commitment. And this is something that I think each and every one of you should focus on. This is something that you guys should do. And Dennis and Sue, they've built an incredible, successful business in the tanning industry, and I love how they share a lot of their stories. But if they didn't have systems in place, they wouldn't have the success that they have. And I'm not putting words in your mouth, I hope, Dennis and Sue, but you wouldn't have the success that you have had if you didn't have the systems in place to be able to do things. And so this is your system. This is your M Network system that every one of us should be focusing on for the next 90 days. And so, and then I'm going to get Dennis and Sue your thoughts here, but you build your mansion one suite at a time. And we're going to start talking about suites and building your mansion. And as you start talking with your team, you should start asking, what suite are you on? What are you working on? How are you doing this? And then we'll talk about the steps to do that. The suite one is you personally enroll 3 members and get 2 customers. Now, Dennis, you often talk about don't get hung up on this one particular part of, do I have to have exactly 2 customers and 3 members to be able to do this? Do you want to share that just a little bit about that, not to put you on the spot, but not to get stuck on just the numbers. This is kind of a framework that you get to operate within. If you have 400 customers, and 2 members, you're going to be fine, or vice versa, or doing different things. But this is just kind of a framework because a lot of people are analytical and need to know, okay, what exactly do I need to do? So do you want to touch on that just a little bit, Dennis?
Sure, be happy to. The other night we had an event here in Virginia Beach, and Travis Stilson, one of our leaders here, enrolled a gentleman by the name of Michael who owns this incredible trampoline park called Sky Zone. They're just, if you ever look them up on the Internet, they're amazing places. They look a lot of fun. Well, I can imagine if Michael goes out and enrolls 100 of his teammates, they all come in, and him stopping going like, well, wait a second, I got 100 people want to come in and build a business, but I got to find me 2 customers to fill up this first suite, because it said 3 members and 2 suites. I had 3 members and 2 customers in that first suite. So this mansion was designed by Will to make this business just like a fun side note on this business. So it just lets you have something to focus on, and you're going to get customers and you're going to get members both. So every time you come across 3 members and 2 customers, you fill up a suite. So you can sort of light it up and say, hey, I got part of my mansion built. But if you enroll 9 members in a row, well, that's fine. Just fill all the rooms with the 3 members each, and you'll come back and fill them up later with customers and just keep building your business. So don't get hung up on that it's got to be 3 and 2 or anything like that. You just introduce the sticks to everyone, and if you do your job right, people will love to order the product or they will look to buy it. It's like in tanning, we have people that want to be customers. We have people that want to be employees. We have people that want to be a part of the business and grow. Everybody comes in at their own level, so you just introduce the product and let the product do the heavy lifting. And then as you introduce the opportunity, let the ones who want to be members, customers be customers, and then you fill your suites up and just have fun with this. This just gives you a little model, but the best thing this does that Will has done here is I'm sure you'll show in just a bit, is it has a whole game plan with it that I love that, Ryan, you introduced us to. And so when I'm calling someone, like if I was calling Travis or somebody in my downline, Artie or anybody, I could sit there and say, hey, how's your mansion coming? And we could look and see, are they talking to people? Because if I see somebody and they've gotten, let's say, 10 customers and no members, then I might want to look at what they're saying to people. And so this just sort of gives you a guideline to go by. So it's just a nice little picture so we can see how we're growing.
Nice. Yeah, absolutely. And so Suite 1, just to show how the $500 is there, and it's over $500. If you went and got 3 people on an Elite Pack, that's $150 each. That's $450. Plus, you have the matrix pay from the volume of your people that you just enrolled, any spillover volume that's happening, plus your customer also pays out in the matrix. Plus, you have that 3Me bonus on top of that, an additional $75. So you're earning over $500 by simply introducing 3 people that come in with a retail pack, introducing people to the M network. And then you obviously, because of that, you're well over the 480 PTV. So you also unlock M1. You've earned enough points to earn the travel bag. You're on your way to the trip. So it's just a really cool opportunity for people to see that they can do that. So let's talk about Suite 2. So 3 suites. So you help build your suite, and then you help your 3 build out their suite. So you're going to help your 3 people do the exact same thing. And a true system isn't you doing all of the work all of the time. It's about leveraging. That's one of the reasons why you've heard of Elon Musk. You know, the reason why he's able to be the very first person to create a rocket ship that has left Earth and came back and landed on the Earth again isn't because of just him and him alone. It's because he's helped leverage and he understands referral marketing. He understands that with his Tesla programs, with his solar programs, with all of these things. He understands how to leverage people. And so this is what you're doing is you're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to help your 3 people go do the exact same thing that you just did. And then you're going to do the same thing because you're starting to build a business. You're launching a business. When you introduce one person to the business as either a customer or a member, it doesn't mean that you're done. You know, Walmart didn't get to be as big as it did by, okay, we got our first customer, let's shut the doors and go celebrate. They continue to attract more customers, and that's exactly what you're doing. You're attracting more members, more customers to your business again and again and again. So in the second phase of this, you're going to help your 3 people go build out their suite. And you're going to, obviously what that's going to do is that's going to unlock 2,000 PTV, which means you're already at M2, you're closer to the trip, but by introducing just one more member and one more customer, you're getting another fast cash, you're getting the matrix, plus you're getting that $300 from the 3Me bonus on top of that. So you're earning well over $600. Now, these 2 numbers are fairly significant in 2 aspects of it. Number one, in 2010, 80% of the homes that were foreclosed on could have been prevented with just an additional $500 a month in income. Right now, today, in 2017, 1 out of 4 homes in the United States is in threat or in fear of being foreclosed on right now. And think about that statistic in 2010. And we have a solution. We have a way to be able to help people. Another thing, I said there was 2 significant things to those numbers. In the direct selling industry that did over $168 billion last year in 2016, $168 billion, what they showed is if you could get somebody to $500 a month in income, 98% of those people were still actively building their business again. There's no business out there that has a 98% retention over 12 months. And you can do that by helping your team get to that $500 a month. So we can build this and leverage this. As we talk about building a legacy, it is so important to be able to do that and talk about that. So the 3 suites, you do that, you're going to help your 3 do the exact same. You're earning over $600. Now let's talk about the $2,000. 9 suites. Now duplicate. We're going to help our 3 do the exact same thing. Now, in every one of these 3 suites, or these 3 levels, we talk about you're going to get one more, you're going to go and enroll one more member, and you're getting one more customer because you're adding to your team. You're adding stability. You're adding some depth to your organization that's going to set you up for the future. It's an insurance policy by going out and adding more members to your team that your business is going to be here for generations to come. So you're helping people do the exact same thing. So you're going to help your 3 go get 3, and that's going to build out their 3 suites. And so now you're starting to see your mansion filling out. You're starting to see this legacy building. Now, if you do that, that is putting you over 10,000 PTV points, which makes you an M3 Noble. So you're getting the fast cash, you're getting the matrix pay, you're getting the $1,500 from the Me and 3 bonus. So you're earning over $2,000, and that does not even include that $250 bonus that we spoke about for hitting M3. That doesn't even account that if you went M1, M2, M3, M3 Noble, you're getting points for all of those. You've earned the trip for Cabo San Lucas, plus the travel voucher, plus you've helping people on your team earning the trip, and you're putting $2,000 in your pocket. Now, I ask you, where are you at? Where are you currently at? What is it that you're looking at? That puts right there, that $2,000 is over $25,000 annually, which is more significant than somebody putting in 20 hours a week part-time at some job, and you're doing that by simply getting your 3 and helping them get their 3 and helping them get their 3. You're already surpassed the a part-time income that you've been able to do. And this is not just money that's coming in that month. This is a residual income that you're building up over time. But the thing that I love about this, most people are might look at this and say, okay, so this is about building a team and this is about doing this. Each and every one of those suites and every one of those windows represents a family, represents somebody that you're helping them. And when we started this company, the overall objective and mission was, if you're with this company 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, 100 years, no matter how long you're with this company, and if you drink a lot of Core AO, there's a warning on there that you're going to live to be over 100 years old. No matter how long you're with this company, we want each and every one of you to always feel like you got more out of this company than what you put into it. And think about that. Every one of those windows in the suite is a family that represents a person. It represents somebody that you're helping them live a better life. You're helping them from a health perspective, from a wealth perspective, from a personal development, from a charitable, from just belonging to something that's bigger than just themselves. And so there's the opportunity to look at that. And so, Dennis, do any thoughts on that before we go to the final step of this?
The only thing I would add is, as amazing as that money sounds and all these bonuses kicking in, that we're not talking about 500, 600, 700 people. We're looking at about 30-something people on your entire team. So it's very, very small, but you're already reaping some really incredible benefits on a very small team.
I love that. Yeah, and that's the thing is, as you start to see these suites fill up, it's like Dennis said, it's not hundreds or thousands of people to be able to get to this point. It's not there. And And here's the thing is, as you start to build your mansion one suite at a time, what's going to happen is that you're going to get momentum in your organization. You're going to get momentum on your team, and it's going to start to build, and you're going to start to see some incredible things that are going to start happening, and you'll see it. I was talking to Andrea London about this the other day. She's already got herself and Diana Goodsky and some other people on her team that's already earned the trip to Cabo San Lucas, and that momentum is starting to carry over throughout the rest of her organization, and that's there, which is going to take you to that next level of M4 with 10,000 PTV. And just by hitting that rank, on top of all of the Fast Cash, the Matrix Pay, the 3Me, on top of all of that other money that you're earning, that's $5,000 bonus on top of everything else. So, and then obviously you go to M5, M6, and it's just going to grow from there and be able to do that. But this is something that you're going to look at. Now, it's really easy to sit here and say you're going to get 3 members and 2 customers, or you're going to get 3 members and 1 customer, and you're going to start, as soon as you get that 1 member, you're going to start helping them build out their suite, and then you get your next member, you're going to start helping them build out their suite. It's really easy to say that, but what is the daily activities that I need to do to fill out the suites? And that's where we're going to go to, where we start talking about 1 a day, 10 and play. And this is something that I want you guys to be talking about. There's people, that run full-time businesses. Dennis and Sue, they're on this call. They run full-time businesses. They have their plate full, but yet they make time to be able to do this. There's one of the ways that they're able to do that is by consistency. Every day they focus on all their businesses, but they also focus on the M Network every day. Now, we're not saying you're going to carve out 5 to 10 hours every day and work on your M Network. All we're saying is 1 a day, 10 and play. And so this part of the document, if you're watching this, when you print it out, if you're listening to this, when you print it out, there's a front and back to this. And this is a 4-step process. The first step of this is you're going to make it personal. What is your personal why? This is so important that you fill these 3 boxes out. Jim Rohn always says that when the why becomes strong enough, the how becomes easy. So what is your personal why? Fill that out. Why are you with them? What is it that you hope to accomplish here? These could be health goals. These could be financial goals. These could be personal development goals. These could be all of these different goals could be right here that you have the ability to plug into this. How will your life change? If you don't have an end goal in mind, it's very difficult. In the introductions, Reese Sutton's got floor seats, tickets to the North Carolina Tar Heels basketball. She's had those for a while. She's a huge fan. How did they win the national championship this year? 1 game at a time. But when they started out their season, the national championship was the end goal. That was the end goal, was there. They didn't start out and get all the way through their season and say, oh, hey, let's go try to win the national championship. They said before they even started their first practice, they had the end goal in mind. And so that's how I want you to write this down is how will your life change with the M Network? How is your life going to change in all of the different aspects? Step 2 is 10 and play. Share a stick a day. If I were you, and this is 1 a day, 10 and play. What this means, this concept, not only is it a fun play on words, but it simply means that you always have to have your funnel full. Always have 10 people that you're following up with, somebody that you're getting a sample to, somebody that you need to send a video to, somebody that you and they're expecting it. You're not just putting names on a list and saying, oh, I'm going to send a video to those guys one day when I get up the courage. These are people that you've talked to. They're in the funnel, and you're following up with them. You're getting them on a 3-way call. You're inviting them to the Saturday morning training. You're getting them on the Tuesday night call. You're sending them a video. You're getting them a sample. You're going to follow up with them. 10 and play. And the way that I fill that funnel is simply by talking to 1 person a day. Can you do that? Can you talk to just simply 1 person a day? Now let's look at the numbers if you did that. In an average month of 30 days, you talk to 1 person a day, that's 30 people. That's 30 opportunities, 30 exposures to your business. Now let's just say you got 1 person, just 1 out of those 30 people that started to do what you did. Now You teach the same concept, 1 a day, 10 in play. Now the second month, instead of 30 people, you're exposing 60 people to your business, because it's not just you, it's the individual that you invited to your team, because this is about duplication and helping your team do the same things that you're willing to do. So, and now if that person got just one person and you got one person, now you're well over that second month. Instead of just 30, you're well over 100 people in that second month or that third month that is exposed to your business each and every day. 1 a day, 10 in play. So write down your first 10 contacts on this document. Who are the people that are going to be in your suite? Who are the people that you're starting to fill this out with? And I would encourage you, for those of you that are in the business, don't fill this out with the people on your team because they're already in. Make a to-do list, fill out a suite with new people, and help your team do the exact same thing, because this is about helping your team grow and put money in their pockets and being able to do that. The third part of this is invite. Connect them with what you feel. You know them. You know the individual. Invite them to a webinar, 3-way calls, home parties, tastings, current challenges. Use your tools. We've got all of these videos and different things in there. Dennis and Sue, anything on that aspect of the business as far as the making it personal, the 10 in play, invite, the invite. What's your thoughts on that so far?
Well, I would say that, from 2, 3, and 4 there, you're showing the how, step-by-step, how to do everything. And on number 1, of course, as most people who've been in this industry know, it's the why. And I would just touch on that real quick to say that last week Ken Jones and Erica Davis spoke at our event, and they told about their why, which was totally different for each of them. But I thought it was kind of humorous. I was communicating with J.D. Phillips, who's in Mississippi right now listening to this call, taking his son there, Dalton. Dalton applied to a lot of colleges and was accepted by a bunch of colleges, right? But we laughed because earlier in the process, he received a picture from a cheerleader from the University of Mississippi. And so J.D. and I laughed, said, that's not fair, because this is a real pretty girl. Somebody sent J.D. son that picture saying, here's where you ought to go to school. Well, I don't know what Dalton's why is, but I do know he's enrolling at the University of Mississippi. So I think if you know what you want and you sit there and see something that excites you and motivates you, and that's what's going to push you to do steps 2, 3, and 4. But it all starts there with the why. And if that's strong enough, believe me, now you got the how. And just follow this simple approach, and it'll get you to all those goals until every suite of that mansion up.
I love it. And that's it is. It's the reason why we do what we do every day. It's the reason why we're plugged into this. It's why we're a part of this. And so, then the step 4 is the ask. Most people, it's just kind of human nature to gather information, to process, to think about it, and there's a statistic that backs up the statement, but most people are looking for you to ask them to move to action. You present them with the information is one part of it, but they're looking for you to ask. And the statistic is, and this is a proven statistic, this isn't one that I just pulled out, and Lark Galley's listening to this, and she's done several sales trainings over the years and been a top salesman in several different organizations. Less than 3% of all sales happen on the first contact. Less than 3%. 80% happen between the 5th and the 12th contact. 80%. So less than 3 in the first contact, 80% between the 5th and the 12th. And so people are taking time to learn the process, understand, and then the ask is at the end, presenting them with the opportunity to either become a customer or a member, and then asking for the referral as well. So these are the 4 steps that you're going to take to build your mansion. And I would definitely strongly encourage each and every one of you. And I'm going to go through this last slide, and then I'll ask Dennis and Sue to close this up. But, your time is now. We're looking for visionaries who have the drive and the passion, leaders who want to shape the future of their legacy. The future is wide open. M is your opportunity. And I hope that each and every one of you believe that this is your opportunity. I've had the privilege over this last week to launch a couple of different teams and a couple of different organizations into the M Network. And, it's so exciting to see their vision and their passion because they want to shape their future. They want to shape their legacy, and we have that opportunity. I believe that life is a progression. You're either progressing or digressing. The reality is that you cannot stand still, or life will pass you by. And so get out of that rut that we call life sometimes. Put this passion, put these dreams, put these goals in your life so that you can start living again and start helping other people do the exact same thing of getting out of that rut that they call life. And let's start working together. Let's paint the beaches blue come October with the M Network. Let's start helping people's financial goals and futures, helping them get out of debt, helping people to live a better life, helping people live a better quality of life. Every day I look at the Improve page and I see these testimonials, and sometimes I get emotional about it because these are people's lives that are changing because somebody, just like you and I, gave them a stick of product and gave them the opportunity to have a healthier lifestyle. And so we hold the keys to this legacy. We hold the keys to the mansion. Don't leave them in your pocket. Get them out, use them, and help people change their life. And so Dennis and Sue, I'm going to let you guys close this call, but I just want to thank each and every one of you. God bless you, and thank you so much, Dennis and Sue. Back to you.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Ryan. And once again, M Network has stepped up and offered another amazing tool. All these incredible bonuses that are out there on the plate, let alone the extraordinary matrix and the regular income that we can earn from this, all of the bonuses added on top of that. And then the tool of this mansion, I think it's amazing. So many people are visual, and when we have a single page right in front of us, step-by-step what to go through, and can plug in our 10 names that we're working on, the 10 in play, and filling that mansion out, it makes it, fun, enjoyable, and really rewarding when exactly what you said, Ryan. Post that baby up in your house, wherever you're going to see it all the time, and start filling it in one by one. So I'm going to turn it over to Dennis to close out the call. I want to thank everyone for being here this morning on this beautiful Saturday, taking the time to really grow yourself and grow this business. So, Dennis?
Thank you, everybody, and appreciate everybody taking the time to be on this call every Saturday. Today, having the webinar is a little different, but we had a great attendance on the call. And, folks, just like everything else, it's all about duplication. And today, just take some kind of action to move your business forward. Get excited about this opportunity we have in our hands, and believe me, just take some small actions and listen. When you hear names like John Dennis thrown out there, or Joe Smith, or any of these leaders that you're seeing, Josh Wiles, that are doing some big things, jump on their Facebook pages and look them up, and you can ask questions. All these folks are happy to help you out, and follow the steps that are working, people that are growing, and you'll be one of those folks too. Appreciate we got some incredible people in this company and just a lot of experienced folks that have achieved a lot more than I have. And Sue and I are just honored to be a part of this. And I know JD and Ronnie feel the same way as well with all these other leaders. And Brian, thank you so much for taking your Saturday to explain all these great bonuses to us, and for Will for designing this plan. And let's make this next week our biggest week yet in this business. We've got a lot of things to go for. Cabo is waiting, and John needs a few more participants to jump on that trip. And all I can say is just imagine what it'll feel like in October to be on that beach, all gathered around a fire, maybe a fire outside on the beach. I don't know how to build one, but I'm sure somebody will do it. And we can all gather around and look and see how far we've come, and imagine a couple hundred people standing there going like, wow, can you believe here we are? And it all started back in April with this contest, and we all got motivated and set a goal and started changing the world one life at a time. So appreciate being part of this incredible journey. Greater days are ahead. Folks, look ahead. Expect some big things happening. Set some big goals this week. Let's go make it happen and lead the way. Somebody's watching you right now. Set a pace that gets them excited and help people change their lives forever. Good day, everybody. See you next Saturday. Bye-bye.